But I'm gonna fuck around and make my whole fucking album distorted, and they gonna be like that boy edgy as fuck. Yeah, fuck. TCAP 803.
Coming heavy with the weight and feel. Wonder if the hoes in Jesus' hand he'll give a fuck how a man feel. Whole world at a standstill, stigmatized. Donald Trump they will not criticize. Still question Obama like my nigga lied. White girls using so my nigga ride. Out here switching sides. Costing shit to mind the window cause they living blind. And they soul not showing. I swear my flow how potent. How these hoes got open and you know Pop's joking. If he expect forgiveness, I'm wondering your seven victim house free of heaven's prison. These are split decisions. And I think I give the misses what I give the masses. My whole arm, there are no walls. I ain't kissing asses the shit and I don't stop. Don't stop. She ain't bars the end and she won't call her. You didn't see her coming. People are screaming, running, baby like babies. Why they need enough to drive horsepower. Steve's punching, smoking weed, I'm blunting. Notice these is stunning, ain't me like Jesus functions. Eating knowledge, I got key consumption. Super Saiyan wanna be. I eat a peanut dozens with your family, they ugly. You can keep your cousin, most people puzzling. You want my time is by the hour and I need 100. I see your ship and see it sunken. Missing me, she keep on cutting. She a keeper, love it, hot box, a beam and bucket. My demon, she seen a sucker. She bring me, need me, so fucking here for long haul. Press hold to God calls.
Hello, Creighton.
Hello, Charlie. It's like we haven't been here all day.
It's like we haven't been here all day long. Or for the last, at the very least, couple of hours.
So, what are you doing since the last time I saw you yesterday?
Since the last time I saw you yesterday, let's see, what did I do? I discussed opening a restaurant.
What would you call it?
The Lunchbox.
It's actually a pretty good name for
I
us.
know, we're actually
Honestly,
realistically thinking about opening a restaurant, me and Mike and Chris.
Honestly, why don't you just call the gaming podcast that?
The Lunchbox? That's
Yeah.
a terrible name for a gaming.
Is
It's
it?
not a podcast. We're just recording
That's
videos.
gaming. Lunchbox.
We got a South Carolina weather today.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Anderson.
Oh, nice.
I would think you'd think that was predictable if you were paying
Yeah.
attention. Anderson County, South Carolina. The weather today
they got
was
the same shit
69
They got the
degrees.
same shit going off we don't know.
Oh my God! I think the weather on Google is broken. Precipitation yet again, 1%. That's
Well,
three
the-
counties in a row.
The 1% are really attacking us Americans.
69 degrees, 1% humidity
a-
is 81. The rest doesn't matter. Look, it's 69 degrees clear. That is the greatest weather. Wikipedia is giving me a notice, though. Hi, reader in the U.S. It seems you use Wikipedia a lot. That's great. This is the second appeal we've shown you. It's awkward, but this Thursday we need your help. We will never charge a subscription fee. We rely on donations from exceptional readers, but fewer than 2% give. If you donate $2.75, however, or whatever you can this Thursday, Wikipedia could keep thriving. Thank you.
You should donate.
I mean, you say that.
No, I mean, because they're independently run. They don't run ads.
Yes, I'm telling you. I'm sure
They
there's
don't have
probably
any bias
some
behind them.
there's probably some awesome baller millionaire out there who does give a bunch every year. You donate to them, Flint. I'm poor.
I'm gonna donate to them too. I think.
Okay, there you go. Then you donate.
Did I already do the Facebook one? Yeah, I just did the Facebook
I
one.
don't know.
Sorry, I'm trying to make sure
I did
got
it again on
everybody knows
Snapchat
that
real
we're
quick,
live.
but other than that, I did that and I
did on
Twitter.
Snapback. I did on Snapchat, Twitter, and then we'll drop it in the Discord.
I don't use it. I mean, sure, you don't use it, but
before
you get a lot
lose
out
it.
of somebody using it,
Yeah.
which is me. I myself just don't like.
I mean, you're in here every
If I
night,
need
Flint,
to-
saying weather.
Yeah, if I need to, I could find a list of the counties of America. It's not an issue.
But would you want to?
And I wouldn't care.
I
I could go to Barnes and Noble and just buy a book if I had to.
have something that I wanted to ask you, Charlie.
What do you want to ask me, Creighton? I'm sorry. I didn't mean it.
I am
By the way,
Quentin.
we were joking. We have seen each other. We've been here all day together.
Yeah.
Not all day, but for a couple of hours.
Oh,
Anyway.
I didn't do the Urban Dictionary word.
It's
of the
okay.
day.
Don't do it. Just don't.
No,
It's
I
not
am.
real. No,
I
tell
am-
me
I'm
what were
gonna
you
do
asking?
it.
What's your question?
What
before you forget?
I'm gonna ask you first before I do
Okay.
the Urban Dictionary word of the day.
Please, just
And
not.
please don't let this overshadow your view of the word. The good book says.
What?
What do you think of, or have you ever seen the movie The Secret Life of Walter Mitty?
I have, and I love it.
Isn't it amazing?
It's a fantastic movie. The
Criminally-
book is amazing.
criminally underrated.
Yes. Well, I
As a
think
movie.
the issue is that it didn't live up to the book's hype.
I mean, that's fair.
But
I
to be
like- I
fair, I
haven't
never
read
read
the
the
book.
book,
I
and I
haven't
like the movie a lot.
Yeah.
You
Like,
know, I'm in that boat with you.
It's a surprising movie to me because of who's behind it and everything.
Yeah.
You know, because it's Ben Stiller.
Well, he's made a lot of
And
movies people
he-
don't
he
understand.
has.
He made Tropic Thunder.
He did.
He made,
But-
directed, starred, everything that
But
movie.
I think this stands
The
out.
guy's a genius.
He is a genius. I think this one stands out because it's like all of those were purely comedies, and this one I don't. And granted, they have like serious meaning behind them and everything like that, but a lot of those are comedies, even if they have like the serious lesson at the end of the day. But this one was more of a drama, would you say, or
It's
not
m-
really a
it's-
drama, but more of like a life, like
It's got
Like
a
a
lot
way
of
to live your
comedic
life.
tones. It's like a dramedy. It's like comedy,
little
but
bit,
not
yeah.
even dramedy because that would imply it's more dramatic. It's more of like it's just a lighthearted, but also very
it's
deep
like a
movie.
feel-good story.
Yeah.
But people get on it all the time for being like a feel-good story. But I think that's the whole point of the movie. You're going to go see a feel-good movie, and you're like upset that it's a feel-good story. You know, I love
well,
it.
I think I don't think
remember
that. I
movie
think a lot of
fondly.
people liked it, and the only people that didn't were the people who read the book and
Well, you
enjoyed
know,
the
it's
book.
like a 57% on Rotten Tomatoes.
That's weird.
Right? It's really low. It's not at all high. And
Well,
if you read,
I don't think a ton of people saw it, and a lot of people read that book
yeah,
because
that's
it's a
true.
book you read in high school.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, I don't think we did, but a lot of people in my grade did, and I just
Mm.
wasn't there for that one. Like I didn't read that one.
Before we
I didn't read a lot of the books I was supposed to read.
before we
I
go,
read The Scarlet Ibis.
the Scarlet what?
The Scarlet, it's a bird.
Oh.
I read that.
I thought you were gonna say the Scarlet Letter.
No, I read
That's
that.
a good one.
I didn't read Scarlet Letter.
To
I
Kill
read
a Mockingbird. No, you didn't read To Kill a
So I
Mockingbird.
did, but I didn't. So like I would read like a
Did
chapter.
you at least watch the movie?
Yeah, I watched the movie.
The
But
movie's
I-
great.
The
Even
movie's
though it's
fantastic.
like fucking
They're both
old as
fantastic.
hell.
Yeah, they're both
The guy that
fantastic.
plays
They need to
Atticus
remake.
Finch-
That's one of those ones they should remake.
I don't know. I think
'Cause
the old one's just so good.
Well, I think
It's
the old
like-
one's great, but a lot of people, especially our age, are not going. I know people who will not watch movies
do
that are
too.
old,
I know
like
people that won't
more
watch
than
people-
30 years old. I'm like,
Yeah.
what?
They don't watch anything that's made after the 80s.
Yeah, see, or
Kenya, for
you mean
instance.
before?
Yeah, Kenya. For
you mean
instance,
before the 80s?
Yeah, won't watch a movie that like is from the 70s because she's
Yeah.
like it's too slow.
Too slow. See,
I'm
that's
like,
just
what does
so
that
dumb to me. I'm
mean?
like, that doesn't
It's
make any
part
sense.
of the movie.
Move your phone. Nah, the
Oh.
thing I don't, because one, that's a really good movie. That's the thing that pisses me off. Is this, like
Yeah, we'll watch.
To Kill a Mockingbird. I have none. They're all outside.
Oh.
To
Now
Kill a
you're gonna grab one
Mockingbird.
from outside.
Sure. To Kill a Mockingbird is genuinely a phenomenally good film. Like
Right.
regardless of
Yeah,
age.
And the
Go
guy
get your
that-
water. Go get
The
your
guy
water.
that, hold on. When I come back, I want to talk about Atticus.
Okay. What else did I read? I read The Scarlet Ibis. I like half read To Kill a Mockingbird. I read The Most Dangerous Game. That needs to be made into a movie now. That's one of those ones that needs to be like remade. They're not even remade. I think there's a movie from like the fucking 70s that's like 20 minutes long that's garbage. They need to remake that movie for real. What? The Most Dangerous Game.
Oh
Did you read that in high school?
no.
Oh my
That's
god.
the one where the guy's hunting the.
Yes.
Anyways, let me finish what I was saying.
Atticus.
Before I get there, today's Urban Dictionary word of the day is turned on.
Oh my god.
It means sexually excited, sexually aroused, sexually stimulated. When used in a
Yeah,
sentence,
none of us knew that.
it's used like this. I'll bet he was turned on when he saw her with their pants down. We all know he is a pervert. And that's the word Urban Dictionary word of the day. Anyways, the guy who plays Atticus. I'm gonna pull him up here because he's a fucking like legend in the movie. Like he captures to me, like before I saw the book, I had this idea in my head of what Atticus looked like because I read the book. But before I saw the movie, I had this idea of what Atticus looked like, and he like fucking nailed it, like knocked it out of the park, like looked exactly like what I pictured in the book, and it's crazy to me. Did you? Well, you didn't read the book, but I mean, like,
I did. So I did and I did. Here's the thing. When we were reading, I couldn't watch To Kill a Mockingbird in middle school, but we weren't allowed to because it was deemed too offensive. What?
yeah. So
I
it's
guess, yeah,
on
it
a
does-
list of banned books, but it wasn't banned here.
To Kill a Mockingbird is on a list of banned books.
That Fahrenheit 451.
Fahrenheit 451
the
is
s-
on.
The Scarlet Letter. There's a bunch of books that are on the banned book list. Like they're not in public libraries.
What
they're
makes them on the banned book list?
I guess because of the subject matter.
The subject
The Scarlet Letter's about the infidelity of a priest. Really?
Yeah. What about To Kill a Mockingbird?
To Kill a Mockingbird's about like some people just want to pretend like racism isn't like a thing, you know, and that we like have, as a society have always been on the up and up. But like it's not like that.
Well, here on the Shirts Off
Gregory
podcast,
Peck is the guy who plays Atticus.
well, here on the Shirts Off podcast, we are going to talk shit.
Damn, he died in June 12th, 2003.
Yeah,
Damn.
a lot of people died
He
that day.
was born in 1916.
Damn,
Yeah.
he was
old when
he
he
was
made To Kill a
87.
He was
I
old when
think.
they made To Kill a Mockingbird. He looks old too.
87. Am I right? Anyway,
Yeah.
yeah, that's correct. When was the movie made? That movie has to be from the.
hold on, let me
50s
go back to
at
where-
least.
No, it's in black and white. I would say
Well, there's a lot of movies in black and white.
1962.
Yeah, 60s. Oh wait, wow, 50s is what I said. So even later, after that.
Yeah. Wonder why. So that must have been a deliberate choice to have it in black and white.
Well, yeah, they couldn't make anything.
No, because there was stuff that wasn't in black and white.
Not in the
60s.
60s. No, that's like 70s is when stuff like a lot of stuff was colored.
Really?
There's still like stuff was black and white for a while. I mean, the Andy Griffith Show.
But it was
like,
in color towards the end.
toward the end. See what years it ran. See like what were the years that it ran? Because I think like I don't know how many seasons of the show there were, but yeah,
There's like
there's
8
way
or
more
9.
of it in black and white than there is in color. You know,
Andy Griffith Show.
Also, Most Dangerous Game was adapted into a show on Quibi this year, but the Hunt movie was totally inspired by it. What? I want them to straight up make the Most Dangerous Game into a film.
so
Like I want that story is what I want.
It went from October 3rd, 1960 to April 1st, 1968.
So yeah, early, 62 is when To Kill a Mockingbird. That lines up.
159 episodes in black and white and 90 in color.
So you're talking about 2/3 roughly, a little less than 2/3 was black and white,
Yes.
and the last third
The series originally
like 3/5.
the series originated partly from an episode of the Danny Thomas Show.
Mm-hmm.
So the Andy Griffith Show is a spinoff technically.
Yes,
That's weird. to
but
think
it became its own.
about. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
like
dude.
very much so its own thing. He just died a few years ago.
Andy Griffith.
Yeah. When did he die?
In the show, he plays Andy Taylor,
mm-hmm.
which is
weird because
it's called the Andy Griffith Show.
right. That is weird. That is just. Bye. Okay. Bye, Nick.
He died July 3rd, 2012.
2012.
Yeah.
Man, it feels like he just died.
And he
to
was
me.
born June 1st, 1926, and Don Knotts
He was like 90 when he died.
died in 2006. I remember him talking about Don Knotts dying.
Yeah.
Because Don Knotts was just fucking like a comedic legend, you know?
Yeah. The Most Dangerous Game. Did you read that?
Is Don Knotts in it?
Did you read the book?
No.
It's a
But
short
I
story.
know what it is because it is referenced in Jumanji and a couple other things.
Yeah, Jumanji is straight up like the Most Dangerous, like the first one with Robin Williams. Like
Yeah.
he is playing the person.
Yeah. Did you know that's his dad?
What do you
That's
mean?
the hunter?
In real life?
No, that's just the actor is the same actor for the dad.
Really?
It's a metaphor.
I didn't even notice that.
It's like a low key metaphor though,
wasn't
because
even
you
paying
can't see
attention.
him under that.
because he's
that
like afraid of his
caterpillar.
dad. Yeah.
You can't see him underneath that caterpillar of a mustache.
I want them to straight. The Most Dangerous Game is one of those books that I've read in my head that I see every scene. Like I see it so vividly. It was so good at like like with words like expressing
That's
to you.
how Percy
what-
Jackson or the Rings of Orbis was to me.
I liked Percy Jackson, the first one. I just didn't love it. I don't know.
The first one?
Yeah, it was
The
one of those.
movie or the show? Or not the
book,
movie or
the
the
book.
book? I mean,
When I read the book, I just couldn't get into it.
really?
I don't know. I was
To
reading
me,
it.
to me, it struck me as like a Marvel movie almost. As far as like you got like like you have the idea of what a superhero is, and then it was
Yeah.
making fun of that. You know what I mean? Kind of like how Marvel does that.
It felt more to me like Harry Potter.
A little bit. Like it's definitely an amalgamation of like those things to me.
like that pop culture-y teen, like mystical, like magical thing.
like uncanny hero.
I definitely liked all of the friend characters more than the main guy. Like in Harry Potter, I very much like Harry. Like I like Harry Potter a lot. In Lord of the Rings, I very much like the main characters.
There's a lot of stuff like
But
that.
like
though.
when it comes to like Percy Jackson, I very much
Like, there's a lot of people that
don't
hate
really care
Ted,
about him.
but love all the other characters from How I Met Your Mother. You know, or like they hate Ross.
Well,
but
that's
love
different. There's
all
not
the
like
other
a
friends and
single-
friends.
there's like
And Ross is arguably one of the main characters of Friends.
well in Friends, all 6 of the friends are the main characters.
Are
There's
they?
there's no like support. It's like they all are the lead.
yeah.
But none of them ever got a lead. Like they're because none of them are the lead. Like all of them are supporting nominations.
Really?
Yeah. So like every time any of them got nominated, it was as a supporting character.
Oh, hey Nick. Also, miss. What?
Yeah, he's been here.
He
has
said
to leave.
bye.
Yeah, he's leaving.
Oh,
He left. That
bye,
was a few
Nick.
minutes ago.
My bad, Nick.
But
Sorry.
well, he's not here, Graydon. You're
well,
talking to
he
them,
might
but
go back and watch the YouTube.
That's a good
By
point.
the way, YouTube's picking up a lot lately. Have you been watching the numbers on that?
I have not.
So, like, even our most recent uploads right from this past week, without me having to do a promo, we're already at 7 or 8 views.
Okay. I still
So
got
somebody's
stop
been
that. Stop that.
somebody's been
stop
going
that.
and checking us out. We appreciate it, by the way.
Yes. For you guys watching.
But yeah, I went back and looked at some of our earlier stuff too, and it's like, it's crazy the numbers we were getting then too, because like now those numbers are like in the 30s,
Yeah.
and like something changed and we just got worse.
Well, I think it's that those have had more time to get views.
I'm just messing with
Also,
you.
I mean, we have like videos that are like in the last like 15 or 20 that are like at 20.
Yeah,
Like I mean, it's just one of those things. You gotta let it grow.
yeah.
I don't let numbers.
I like
mess with
looking
my
at the
head.
numbers, though. You know what I mean? It's like a
Yeah.
like a addition.
The YouTube is definitely your thing. You definitely enjoy looking at the YouTube more than me. I'm more like on the Twitch side. I like when
two
the Twitch
halves
is
to
doing
making
good.
a whole.
Yes.
Yeah, a big hole,
I feel like you're just gonna keep on
a
Like,
massive
hiding
just
innuendos.
sweaty hole.
Yep, there it is. The sweaty. The sweaty was the massive and
moist,
sweaty.
a moist hole.
A massive
Filled with
moist
tumor.
sweaty hole with
And vitamins and all sorts of stuff.
if they remade or if they not even remade, I mean they say that there are movies. Like Nick said, there's a movie for it already. Like that Quibi did a show for it, and there's also another movie called The Hunt. But like, I don't want them to do something based on it. I want them to straight up.
I don't watch Quibi, by the way.
I haven't
Is it
either.
any good?
I don't know.
Or-
It's just another
Yeah.
like platform. I don't know.
Apparently,
I've heard that there's like good shit on it, but like no one's watching, so they're not gonna survive. But I don't know. I mean, I guess we'll see. I want excuse me. I want The Most Dangerous Game to straight up be retold. Like I want a
really
movie.
like a full on. Just
I want a straight up full movie that is that like story.
Would you want something like how they did Jumanji in what's that game where they instead of they're like it's a jungle, they're in space?
Zathura.
Yeah.
No, I
No?
want.
Oh,
I
you
want the
like
story.
you don't want to reimagine. You want.
I don't
just
want to
the story.
reimagine. I want that on a movie screen. I want to see
Okay.
somebody make that movie
Yeah.
because I love the movie and I love the dialogue.
Yeah.
The dialogue in that story is fucking incredible. It's so good.
Honestly, Going back to what you were saying about maybe making another To Kill a Mockingbird movie, that might be the movie we need right now.
Or To Kill the Mockingbird. Yeah, To Kill a Mockingbird. The only problem with To Kill a Mockingbird would be like, if they remade it, they'd have to change it.
Like why?
I don't know. I mean, just that's if someone's gonna make it, that's gonna have to be the selling point. Like no one in Hollywood's gonna say, yeah, you know what we need right now? The same movie that came out 60 years ago. You know what
Well,
I mean?
think about it. It came out in a time right before social change really became a thing. You know what I mean? It came out in '62.
Mm-hmm.
That whole decade's filled with stuff from the civil rights movement. We didn't go into the '60s and stay the same as a nation. You know what I mean?
I mean that's true, but we're not gonna go into the 2020s and be the same as we did.
Yeah,
beforehand.
but then,
I mean-
there's a lot more. There's a lot more. I feel like going on now than there was back then. But
Yeah,
I
no,
mean,
I agree
don't
with
know,
you. I agree with you, but what I'm saying is, like, to make a movie, it needs to make money.
I got you.
Like for them to like justifiably make it. And if they remake To Kill a Mockingbird, it isn't going to be a small thing. It's not going to be like a thing that gets swept under the rug. It's not going to be a movie that barely gets noticed.
Yeah.
Like if they remake that movie, it'll be a huge movie. The only issue is how do you reimagine that movie for today? In
I would
my
say-
eyes, I want them to just make the movie again
Right.
with new actors.
I don't think they should bring it up to date with what's going on now. I think they should leave it where it's at. Time.
Yeah, I think they should remake. Like they should retell that story at the time that the story is being told.
You want to know what the banned books are?
Yes.
So here's a list of banned books from the government.
Just tell me the ones that I would know.
Shit. Hold on, this isn't the right list.
Oh my god.
I've been trying to find a list the whole time since we started talking about it. Go ahead and keep going though.
Do you know what Fahrenheit?
Yeah. I've read it, and I saw.
You
And
have?
I saw the movie.
I didn't watch it or read it. I know what it is. Like I know what the story it tells is, and like that is bananas to me that it would try and they would. You would think they'd want that story out there. You know, they'd want people to like.
Well, it's book censorship.
What do you mean it's book censorship?
I don't know. I'm reading about it as I go along.
Oh my god.
But
You know, you can read things and still give your own take.
I know. I'm trying to. Well, I haven't read any like causes as to why they're banned. It's just I just saw censorship, and I'm trying to like work my way down the list and figure out like why though.
It definitely bugs me.
Okay, so. So there's some that have been banned because of their take on religion. But we're talking
I guess
about
I get
we're
that
talking
in
about
America, but
we're talking about a ban from 1859 though.
what do you mean?
As far like, well, think about it. If you're writing a book that like challenges religious ideas, and
I'm saying the list is from 1859.
No, not the list, but this is one specific example. Like, let's see, United States book sales.
I mean, what could make a book?
So, on the Origin of Species by Charles Darwin, it has been challenged and suppressed since its publication in 1859 due to its theories on evolution. Though not until 1925 in the U.S., when the Butler Act was enacted in Tennessee, banning the teaching of evolutionary theories statewide.
Yeah, that happened in a lot of places. That still happens here today. Like there was a guy in our state. I forget when. I was watching the news and like like in our school, like in the time we were in school,
Yes.
he was like challenging our textbooks because they were like our science book
Yeah.
was like speaking on religion as a non-fact, and he was like saying that the textbook and everything to do with the textbook should be not just like
Ignored.
not just ignored, but like everything else in the textbook that didn't have to do with that should be like, and it was talking about like hieroglyphs in Egypt or something, and like it was they were like stating like that it had something to do with like the Christian myth, I think were the words used, and that was not cool to this dude to talk in this science book or whatever book it was, and like I mean I get being mad about it, but like
Harry Potter is also a series that's been challenged because they are perceived by some to promote witchcraft and the occult.
exactly.
Yes. So it's in that realm of like why they're being challenged.
Yeah, I don't, man.
Okay. So I've got some examples of banned books. I had to scroll a little bit to find it. So Brave New World, Of Mice and Men, To Kill a Mockingbird, Catcher in the Rye, the Harry Potter series, Fun Home. And these are organizations opposing book censorship. You have the American Library Association, the Freedom to Read Foundation, and it looks like the U.S. Supreme Court had to get involved at some point in Kaplan versus California.
I wonder if Huckleberry Finn.
It was for a little
I
bit
bet it would be suppressed.
because I
very
saw
heavily now.
another list that had Huckleberry Finn on it.
I mean,
And I'm
Huckleberry
sure-
Finn would probably be the worst one nowadays. Like to read in school, because like
John Green, some of his works have been banned.
whatever teacher, like if any teacher in America right now tries to put Huckleberry Finn as a book to read in a class,
Why? No, we had to read it in college. I mean, we had to read it in high school.
Huckleberry Finn
Yeah.
out loud
Yeah.
in class.
Yes.
You read Huckleberry Finn out
We
loud in
did.
class.
We did for one of my.
Did you
English
read it
classes.
word for word?
Yes.
Did you censor any of the words?
I mean, the teacher told us if we didn't feel comfortable saying some of the words, we could censor it.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
obviously. But what I'm saying is, all it takes is one student to say to their mom and dad, look what they're making us read, and look what they told us we could read out loud in class. It's not about giving you the option. It's about the fact that it's an option at all. Because all you need is one parent who's, like, super annoyed or upset that that's happening
But
for
we
it to
did
become
read
an
it,
issue.
though. That's my
Yes,
point.
you did. That's why I understand. But, like, how many, like, classes just go like don't say anything to their parents. All it's gonna take is I can't believe I never heard anybody go to anyone like about that. You know what I
I
mean?
don't know. I feel like it's one of those things where it's like you're reading a book from the 1800s. You know what I mean? I mean, things were definitely very different back then. And I'm not
Yes.
saying any of what's written there is right,
What
but
I'm
what
saying,
I mean
what I'm
is
saying
like,
is the fact that like they're arguing about Harry Potter and not that. Like in terms of what you're reading about. Like look, you're reading about something that you are like claiming is not real, right?
right.
And then you're also reading about something that is very real. Like, and you're gonna get mad about the thing that isn't real. You know what I mean? Like, what are we doing here? What are we
I don't
complaining
know.
about?
I think it's definitely one of those things that's like you have to pick and choose your battles and figure out where you're going to draw the line at.
Yeah, but I mean, when it comes to books, especially good books, like I don't get how we can't understand or we can't decipher what we
If
believe.
it was my child, I'd want them to be exposed to that because like reading stories like that show a difference in time and perception and how time changes the perception of many people. I mean, shit, from us being in high school to now, my perception on things has probably changed 10 or 15 times.
way more than it was in high school alone.
Exactly.
Like me now versus me at the end of high school is not just a different person, but I have been like 10 different people in the last 5 years.
And I think it definitely needs to be displayed to kids like that. Hey, things change. Society's not the same way forever. You know, it can be a bad change or a good change. You know, I mean, you got to look at it like this. After the Civil War, you had the Reconstruction period, right? But there was a bunch of pushback and Jim Crow's laws that started segregation that we had to deal with in the 60s. So every step forward you have in society, yes, there's going to be a good time, but there's also going to be pushback from that can lead to an even worse time later on down the line that you're going to have to push forward from again.
The only problem with all of that to me is that like
it's all about, to me, one last thing I got to say.
Yeah.
It's all about to me is like learning from your history so that way you don't repeat the same mistakes and learning the things that you have to keep being and keep doing constantly in order to avoid those same things happening again. But anyways, go ahead. Sorry.
My problem is that there has to be the thing that comes from the change. Like, I don't get how we can't change and everybody understand very natural, obvious things like laws of the universe that we haven't, like racism. The fact that there's still racism to me is just bananas.
Well, I mean, you gotta look
Like,
at
and granted, don't get me wrong, I'm like a white dude in
Yeah.
America, so like obviously I can't believe there's still racism, but like I know how I think and how my brain works, and I'm surrounded by, I was like raised around like people like in especially in terms of like who I went to school with. Like, I should not have gotten out. Like, I should not have gotten so lucky. And, like I got lucky in meeting my friends online. If I hadn't met the friends I met online, I feel like I wouldn't be friends with any of you. And I wouldn't be friends with any of my friends online, obviously. And I would have gone down a very shitty, horrible path of homophobia and racism. And I would, like, have this, like, in the back of my head, hatred. Like, I would just be probably straight up outwardly homophobic, but I would be like closet racist in the back of my head. Like I got very lucky falling into the groups I did online and in my community of friends here in town because of my friends online, like getting comfortable with certain things and meeting the people I met. I got very lucky and like just have all these amazing supportive friends that I'm in support of that I've, like that I never would have been in support of beforehand. And
So
I got lucky, but what?
You're not racist?
No. But what I'm saying, thank you for that question. What I'm saying is the fact that I got out of it
Yeah.
in such a short time, like from beginning of high school to now, like got through that and changed my mindset on it. It is bananas to me, the amount of people that can't. Like, not the amount of people, like I still understand like people from our town who would still have like a chip on their shoulder about it. Like, I get it. Like, I get how they were raised. I was there, so I understand. What I don't get is people all over the country who went to like who have gone to relatively normal. Like, I don't get it. I don't get it.
I think it's
crazy to me.
It's honestly, and I've heard it described almost like a disease because it's just like the same principle with how Hitler got all the people on his side during Nazi Germany. There's problems in the world that people won't put on themselves. that people
Yeah.
put on other people, and they're always looking for a scapegoat.
I think if
And
it's a
that
disease,
racism is a scapegoat in a way.
I
You
think that
blame-
being stubborn
have you
is the
ever-
biggest
that one
scapegoat
too,
and the
but-
biggest disease.
But listen to like what a lot of like hardcore conservative Republicans say. You know what I mean? Listen, they put their problems on people who are drawing welfare, who are, you know, taking advantage to them by the government, you know what I mean? Or taking advantage of the government and that kind of stuff. They're putting those problems on those people. And granted, there probably are some people out there that take advantage of the welfare system and everything like that.
Yeah, I know a
but,
couple.
But there's also those out there who actually need it. You know what I mean? You can't cut it off.
There are way more that need it.
There are way more that need it, as a matter of fact. But there's that voice in the back of their head that's saying like, oh, that black guy walking down the street, or that Hispanic guy walking down the street, he's drawing welfare, he's getting WIC, he's got food stamps, and I don't. I have to go out there, work my ass off, and go pay these bills, and go and still be able to buy food for my family, and barely have enough to put gas in my truck, or barely have enough to put food on the table for my family. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I feel like it's definitely it's an awful thing to like put that blame on a minority and put that blame on people who don't necessarily deserve that blame, who don't deserve it at all.
Yeah.
From my perspective, you know what I mean? Because I work in a grocery store. I see who comes in there with food stamps all the time, who comes in there with WIC. 9 times out of 10 is people who need it. Is families, babies without mothers, babies without fathers. You know what I mean? Their grandparents are in there getting their WIC food for them because they maybe don't have the money themselves, or maybe aren't able to go out and like have a job and get the money themselves because they're on a fixed income. Now you do see the ones that take advantage of it too, but like it's so few and far between, especially for our area, that I feel like the blame is put on the minorities for a reason that's not like, you know, for a reason that I can't get. But you know what I mean? But like it's just I'm like you. I'm baffled by it. You know. But it's like they're looking for somebody to blame their problems on.
The problem is the people that are trying to reform these problem people.
Yeah.
Like the problem people being the people who are racist and homophobic and all these other people. The problem is, let's say you're a racist homophobe, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you don't like gay people.
Mm-hmm.
And I say, Creighton, you should like gay people. That is not the argument you make to the homophobic person. Because as soon as I say you should, now I'm saying what
You're
you should
in
believe.
defensive mode.
No, I'm not in defensive mode.
No, but I mean like the person.
Yeah,
that
you're in
trying to
defensive
the
mode.
person.
Now you become in defense.
Yes,
Yeah.
Yes.
When what you should do is say, why don't you like gay people?
Yeah.
and say, well, you know, I mean, there's some cool gay people.
That's why I say it. Like
it's
there's
like you got to start. You got to go at it from different
Yeah.
angles. Like you like the argument should go. If I say, Creighton, you should like gay people.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, you're like, well, no, what? You decide what I like?
Yeah.
I should just like what you.
Yeah.
You know, it's like now. Not only are you still not gonna like gay people, you're gonna want to not like gay people to spite that person who told you how to feel.
there's people.
There's like 2 reasons. There's like more reasons
I feel like
to that guy in that scenario.
there's people that I've worked with in the past and people that I've just known that like are very like homophobic. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah, no, I mean,
like you make a joke like passingly that they're
I
attractive
definitely
or
know
whatever,
more-
or that you would bone them, you know.
okay.
And all of a sudden everybody's all defensive.
I definitely know way more people that are homophobic than racist.
But
now, which
exactly.
is, I guess, is a
It's a weirdly like,
weird. Like it's, I guess it's an incline. I guess like we're moving away from racism
But
being
you know
normal,
what-
and now it's just homophobia. So now we got to get over this hurdle,
Yeah.
and then maybe it'll just be like aliens that we don't like from Mars, not
But-
like from Mexico.
But it's like I tell them whenever that comes up and with situations with people like that, I'm like I say pretty much like, what do you say? Like, why? Like, what makes them any worse than you? What makes them like an inhuman compared to you? You know?
Yeah.
And like a lot of times the argument is like, well, I just don't like the lifestyle. I'm like, why? It's not your life. You know, how are you gonna go around
exactly.
and tell this person that they can't live their life the way they want to? Or you're gonna sit there and judge? And they're like, well, I'm not really judging. I said, and I'll say, well, you just said that you don't like them. That's
Yeah.
a judgment in and of
It's
itself.
it's an easy argument to make.
yeah.
You just have to be willing to talk to the moron you're probably gonna have
Yeah.
to talk to have this argument.
Well, I mean, and I wouldn't say that they're morons. They're just
lot of them-
misguided.
Well,
you
they're
know
not
what I
just misguided though. A lot of them are. Most people that are actually homophobic.
mean? Are morons. Yes.
Are
But
morons.
I don't want to demean them because I feel like that just adds fuel to the fire. You know what I mean?
I mean, sure, but they're not watching us.
No, they're not.
Is what I
no,
mean.
No, no, not.
Like, there's
Look,
no reason
but
not
I'm
to.
talking about in that conversation. I'm not just gonna sit there.
Well, yeah, no.
I'm not just gonna sit
Obviously,
there and be
that's
like,
the same as saying, "Hey, don't be homophobic."
Yeah, yeah.
It's like this. It's
I'm not just gonna sit there and call you an idiot, but I am gonna be like, why do you think that? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just like I had a conversation with a little kid one time, and they were like, you know, gay's bad, and I said,
gay is bad.
and I said, why do you say that? And they're like, I don't know. I just, that's what I've always heard. Like, adults around me have said that. And I said, why? Like, why do you think that they're bad? Like, have you ever actually, like, looked into it? And they were like, no. And I was like, well, then how do you know? And I said, gay people are just like you and me. You know what I mean? They leave, they breathe, they eat, they have moms and dads. Like, everybody fucks funny as somebody. You know what I mean? I'm just kidding. I didn't say that, but
Obviously,
but-
you should have a little bit, but no.
But I did say, like, don't think it's dumb just because you're not that. You
Yeah.
know? It's the same as, like, judging somebody based on what religion they practice. You know what I mean? Or the same as, like, if they, like, walk a different way than you to work or drive a different way to you to work. You know?
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, I don't know. We can't fix all the world's problems. But
I don't know. I think we can. I think here on the Shirts Off podcast, we can talk everyone in the world, into what is right.
maybe. I mean, like,
We're geniuses, great.
They do say that change around you starts from in yourself. You know what I mean?
For sure. No, that's definitely 100% true.
And I feel like, if we try to act better and be decent human people, then, like, who knows? Maybe more people will. What? I
Nothing.
feel like you have something to say.
I did, but I'm just not gonna.
No, come
No,
on.
no,
Come
no,
on.
no.
We're already down the rabbit hole.
I'd rather start discussing how great Firewatch was.
Really?
If just for a second for the podcast, for the people on
okay.
YouTube that would watch
Yes.
this and not
Alright.
Firewatch. If you're watching this, then you're watching episode 109. This is 109,
Yes,
correct?
109.
Episode 109 of the Shirts Off podcast on YouTube. And if this is up, then there's a chance, it's not 100%, but there's a chance that we have 3 episodes of a game called Firewatch on YouTube. And you should watch it.
Yeah,
It's
pretty
good.
fun.
It's pretty dope.
We
It was a very fun, good story. And we recorded it, and we're starting to do games. We've not come up with a name. We need to come up with a name for our game
We do.
YouTube. What are we? We're
I
two.
told you Lunchbox.
No, that's a terrible plan. We are the Shirts Off podcast. Games, shirts off with games. We play games with our shirts off.
There's flag football.
What?
Skins and shirts.
That's terrible.
We're circling it though.
Gaming with.
Soccer with Creighton and Charlie.
Welcome back to High School Soccer at Learn TV. We just call it every time we start a podcast. That's our new
Learn gaming.
No, it's stupid. That's terrible. Well, what are we gonna do? Play fucking trivia games?
Learn
Just math?
games.
We learn games. We learn how to play them. I don't know. We gotta figure it out. We'll figure it out off stream. I feel like the
Creighton
podcast
plays.
is not the greatest. What?
Creighton plays.
No, great. What about me? I'm
you
there.
didn't play that one.
I didn't play that one, but we play them together. I helped. We help each other. We talk.
We
through
play
the
a
games.
game.
We play a game. We play video games.
We would like to play. You remember that commercial for
No.
the 2 Asian guys would knock on the door and be like, "We would like to play," and then baby holding a
Oh,
controller and
yeah.
bow at you. It was kind of racist.
Probably.
a little
I feel like it was definitely racist. It's crazy how many commercials that were racist just probably
within the
happened.
Last, yeah.
There's no argument made. Just this horrific. These
They
these
really
bad
bowed
commercials.
too. I am back. Just sent my absentee ballot. Oh, nice.
Oh shit! Good shit, Flint.
I'm gonna go in person to vote. Fuck coronavirus. I'm gonna cough all over that ballot too.
I don't think I'm gonna get to vote
Why?
because I'm pretty sure that I'm not registered, and I think that
Why don't
the
you
last day
register?
was.
There's like a fucking. There's a bunch of ways to register. My Xbox has a way to register.
I kept saying I'll do it later, and then
It hasn't run out yet, Charlie.
well, in South Carolina it has.
No, it hasn't.
It did 2 days ago, I
no,
think.
it didn't.
Yeah,
It's
I got a
Hold on,
notification
hold on,
saying
hold
today's
on.
the last day, 2 or 3 days ago,
They're wrong, Charlie.
and it was after
Charlie,
that
we're
day.
gonna get you registered, and you're gonna go out and vote.
Okay.
Hold on. Give me a second.
Uh huh. see if we can still register in South Carolina. Oh shit! I got a notification. Priceline negotiator. That's
That
what
was
it-
such a good commercial series. Yes, you can.
I can still in
Yep.
South Carolina.
Yep.
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm looking right at.
Okay.
Offers online. You can register by mail, South Carolina. There's no deadline on this.
Well, I mean, it's
wait,
not.
wait. Hold on. Give me a second. Online registration.
Mm-hmm.
The deadline for that was October 4th, but you can still register.
Where can I still register?
Wait. You might not be able to. Hold on. I'm reading a little bit more. Registration's deadlines are October 4th by mail, October 5th, and in person on October 2nd. But, like, I'm going to tell you something. I went and voted, and they don't even check my registration. I just went in there and voted. The last time that I went and voted for
Well, I think it doesn't matter. Like, you can go in and do it, but like, if you're, like, they process it.
You don't have to fill out who you are, though. I didn't have to fill
Then
out who
how
I
do-
was.
Then how do we know?
All they did was look at my driver's license.
Oh, well then there
Well,
you go.
but I mean, I feel like as long as you have a driver's license, you can vote. 'Cause like they didn't ask me for my voter registration.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't ask me for anything except for my license. And I think all that is for is just to check off that you voted.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure you don't have to register. Or not. I'm pretty sure that. Wait, were you registered before? Like, did you vote in the 2016 election?
No,
So you've never been registered?
I don't know. I've never cared.
Oh my god. Did you register at all when we were at USCO? Because that's when I registered.
No, I don't think so. I mean, if I did, I don't know. If I did, it was like a check. I checked that I don't really remember.
I mean, that's all.
I
it
never
was.
cared until like even, and I really still don't care that much. If I'm being 1,000% honest, I'm just one of those people. I just don't care. And with these two options, I don't know which is the more, like which choice is worse. Like I really.
Well, you can still register in SC or NC. I mean,
What?
in North Carolina,
Yeah, but I can't vote in North Carolina.
you can online.
That's illegal.
I mean,
You can't vote
It-
out of your state.
so technically it
Creighton, that's
is,
illegal.
but like, for all they know, we're streaming from North Carolina, and they don't know.
But they don't. They do know. They can know. It's an IP address. It's the internet. It's not hard to figure out.
Did you try it?
No,
Can
I'm
you
not
go to
gonna
jail
try and
for
break.
voter fraud.
Yes,
Like how much jail time?
it's pretty bad.
Hold on, let's see.
It's
Let's-
voter fraud.
Let's see what your
Look at my message. Charlie, check your registered. Charlie, check your registered. You can look up "Can I vote" on Google and see your registration status. Okay, you guys should get flashing lights and play Mobamba on repeat. Nick, first of all, I thought you left. Second of all, that's a terrible plan. If I'm being honest, I just don't like. It's not a giant deal to me. This election's gonna happen, and I'm gonna watch from the sidelines, and I will have things to say about it. I got hosed, says Flip.
The criminal penalty for fraudulently voting when not legally qualified for voting more than once when qualified is a fine of $300 to $500, 1 to 2 years imprisonment, and disenfranchisement. What's
Yeah.
disenfranchisement?
I don't know, but the 1 to 2 years in prison is scary enough for me. If they said it
Well,
was a month,
that-
I'd be shitting my pants.
That means you'll be out in time for the next time to vote.
Yeah, woo! Dumbass.
Well, unless you're going to miss the primary elections. Well, the state of being deprived of rights or privilege, especially the right to vote. Oh, so you might not be able to vote ever again.
You'd never be able to vote again. And if you don't have the rights, I don't think you get to have like a lot of like your like First Amendment. Like you won't be able to own a gun. I think you're a felon. I think it's a felony.
Well, at least then I can say I do a podcast with a felon.
No, you can do it.
And
You're the
peop-
one that wants to vote
peop-
from North Carolina.
No, I mean I'm already registered. I don't have to do this. I'm trying to figure out
Right.
ways for you.
Yeah,
to
but
get
you
out.
wanted to vote again.
No,
just
I
vote
don't,
here.
I don't want to vote.
Just
again.
vote here and then vote North
I wanna-
Carolina, and then
I
it'll be
wanna-
like I voted.
I want to
Dumbass.
vote once, and then I
Uh-huh.
wanted you to vote once, but I want you to vote once from North Carolina.
That's a terrible plan. It's
I mean,
illegal to
not
do that.
necessarily. We can move you into somewhere.
No, you can't.
Why not?
I have to because I have to like
Do you have LA?
if I'm not there for a certain amount of time, I'm still a South Carolina citizen who's just in North Carolina. You have to like move there, like get paperwork done whenever you move states. If you're becoming a citizen of that state. Is that my phone? That was my phone.
That was your phone. That's hilarious, though.
I mean,
I would have thought you would have got more than just 2 years, though.
well, I mean, it's not like you kill anybody, and it's not like a lot of people do it.
Well, it's just like that guy that we saw that did the fucking.
If you commit voting fraud, you get butt fucked by a Karen with the biggest, blackest dildo. Also, I did leave, but now I'm back. I come and go. I'm a leaf upon the wind. Okay. Well, that's good to know, Nick. Both of those things are terrifying to me. But I don't know. I mean, I know that you're supposed to vote. I know that you're like it's like like dumb or shitty not to vote. But listen, I just don't know enough. My vote would be very. What a great analogy! It is a great analogy. My vote would be very. What's the word? It wouldn't be my opinion. My vote would not be what I was thinking.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Are you a poet? Nick is a poet. Fun
And he
fact.
doesn't even know it.
God damn it, Creighton. How dare you with the shitty rhymes that you do all the time.
They did that one in Hamilton.
Are you proud of your work? Are you proud of your work? Oh, no. What was it, dude? There was something.
Are you proud of
I was
your-
listening to something.
Was it Woody and Wilcox?
No, something funnier. Oh, what was it?
Funnier than Woody and Wilcox.
Shut the fuck up.
Well, that's not hard.
See,
to
this
do.
is the problem. I have to yeah, it's not hard to do. I have to I've got to find something. I have to figure out how to do the soundboard. That's what I need. I shouldn't have had the frozen pizza. My tummy is rumbling. Well, Flint,
Oh, that's not good.
that's your
Was it
mistake.
1-800 What's Happening?
What's happening?
Did we watch that on the live
Yes,
stream?
we did. We did. It was amazing. I'll BRB. Oh, well, Flint's going to go take a shit. I just had a fucking Red Baron with peppers and shit. Peppers and shit? You shouldn't eat shit with your peppers.
You shouldn't eat shit with your pizza.
You shouldn't eat shit at all.
That's the stuff that's supposed to come out of you.
The toilet is never going to look at me the same again.
Are you gonna watch this on the toilet, Flint?
Did you
For
see the
mobile.
trailer for Fat Man?
No. What is Fat Man?
Okay, so Mel Gibson,
Okay,
Walton Goggins.
I don't know who that is.
He.
I
If
can
you
just
see
Google
him,
him real
yeah, look up Walton Goggins. Fat Man is a movie about a young child who puts out a hit on Santa Claus.
Okay.
Mel Gibson plays Santa Claus. And he plays a mean, shitty Santa Claus. And Santa has not been... There's not been an attempt on Santa's life once or twice, but multiple times.
Oh, I know this guy.
Yeah, and Santa is used to killing people who have come to kill him and the elves and the reindeer. And he basically has like a fucking militia. It
What?
looks incredible.
And
You
what's
want to
this
watch the
movie?
trailer? It's
Yes.
called Fat Man. Let's watch the
Okay.
trailer with the stream.
Yes.
Actually, let's wait till Flint's here.
Flint, come back, hurry.
Like when he's done taking a shit.
I am Flint. The toilet hoarder is gonna be in Flint, Michigan. Hoarder.
We'll wait on him. But this movie looks incredible.
Doesn't Flint live in Michigan?
No, Flint lives in Nebraska.
Okay. Well, that's close.
Is it?
I don't
I
know.
don't know where Nebraska is. If I was Jewish, I would beat the shit out of Mel Gibson, but spare John Cusack for the hell of it. Well, that's a weird take. I like how Hollywood just forgave Mel Gibson.
Well, it's just like the thing from BoJack, like the very last season or whatever, where the guy's like an awful like person. but,
He's an
like-
awful character the whole show.
No, not BoJack, but the other guy, the
The
guy with
other
the
guy.
beard. Like it's kind of like an analogy for BoJack, but this guy's always saying like shitty stuff. But every 2 years, Hollywood just goes and forgets, and he gets back up on there, that horse.
I don't remember that part.
Until
I have to rewatch that show from beginning to end. Because I watched it every season it came out, and I would just have to like remember what happened.
yeah.
That's one of those shows I need to watch with somebody
I was watching it,
who hasn't seen it.
and like I started watching it kind of like The Office, Like I would just fall asleep with it on. It started making me sad, so I went back to watching. The Office.
Yeah, it's definitely a show that you don't want to watch when you sleep.
Yeah.
Like I went to sleep the other night and I was watching The West Wing and I was like, nope, I have to pause this and watch
Why?
anything because I don't want to miss an episode. It's really good.
Oh, I thought it made you
I
sad.
am addicted. No, like I don't want to miss anything. I am fucking on it. Like West Wing is in my veins. Like I'm taking it. I'm snorting that shit. It's so good, bro. The West Wing, it's amazing. Rob Lowe has not aged. He's gotten younger. Rob Lowe looks better today than he did 20 years ago.
He does.
It's
know what?
incredible. He is
And Perkins.
and Perkins. He looks amazing. Like it's incredible. He looks phenomenal. There's a scene in The West Wing where I was like, that's the reason he got cast for Parks and Recreation as his character.
Really?
He's talking to CJ, who is the she's the press secretary for the White House, and she says something about going to the dentist, and he's like, "When are you going? What are you getting done? How often do you brush your teeth?" And she's like, "What are you talking about?" He's a lawyer, and he's like, "I'm very serious about dental hygiene." And I was like, "Oh my God, that was Chris Traeger." I was like, and like he says it like Chris. I was like, whoever is on the fucking the casting crew, like whoever casts, who's the casting manager of Parks and Rec, watched The West Wing, saw that scene, like was just watching reruns. It was like,
Well, you know,
that.
in the deleted scene, that's
Rob
what,
Lowe's literally incredible, literally incredible.
you know, that's the scene that they that's the show that Jim and Pam watch in The Office. I was watching some deleted scenes.
The West Wing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So and it's kind of funny because he goes on to be in Parks and Rec,
Yeah.
but at the time it's about like season 4-ish. Like they had just started dating,
Yeah.
and like it's a deleted scene from The Office, and they're talking about shows they wanted to watch. And like it was one show and another one. They're like, you know what? We just ended up compromising and watching The West Wing. And they're talking about watching it on DVDs, not Netflix.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, that's cute, but also like, wow, that makes me feel like
Really old.
Yeah.
Dude, this show makes me feel old because it's like I was alive when this show was being made, and it feels old. Like the show feels old, but it feels great. Like it feels so good old. Like the perfect level of old. Like just old enough for me to feel super nostalgic and still love it anyway. Because it feels like I'm trying to. It feels like The Fugitive, like that era of
Oh, yeah?
filmmaking. Yeah, it feels like that filmmaking, like that kind of shot, like the camera like quality is like right there. It's like right
almost
before it got.
grainy.
Yeah, like exactly. That's a good way of putting it. It is so good.
Phantom Menace is like that. It's like almost grainy, but then like you get to Attack of the Clones, which is in 2002, and it's
Well,
gone.
Well, it's not that it was gone. It's that Attack of the Clones was all computer generated.
Yeah.
Like almost all of that movie is computer generated, where only a lot of Phantom Menace was. Like Attack of the Clones is fucking digital. That whole movie's fake. Like the whole fucking movie. Like 90% of that movie is green screen and blue screen.
blue screen.
That's one of the most amazing things about Ewan McGregor is that he did so much of that acting. So much of his great acting was behind green and blue screen.
He's a phenomenal actor.
Yeah, oh yeah, he's phenomenal. Have you seen Fargo, the show?
No, but you know what you need to see? Doctor Sleep.
Sure, but
He's
Creighton,
awesome.
you don't get it. He's amazing in Fargo. Now, like he's only in season 3. Well, I say only. He's in season 3. Each season of Fargo is like its own story, kind of. Season 1 and season 2 are like very, very loosely related to each other, but like very. Like all the seasons are like related, but like almost not really. Like barely related. You know what I mean? Either way, you should watch them. It's amazing. The first season is fucking crazy. There's no other way to put it. It's fucking bananas. It's one of those shows you watch and you're just like, what? You watch it and you're like, what the and you have to watch the movie first too. You have to watch the Fargo movie. It just went to Netflix.
Okay.
So watch that.
And then there's a show.
And there's a show and I have a whole show. So we can watch the whole show.
Okay.
It's incredible.
So is he in both, the show and the movie?
No, the movie. So they're all different. The movie happens, and then the show happens, and then the show happens, and the show happens. None of them are directly related. Like none of the things
so
happening.
It's like American Horror Story a little bit.
I don't know. I didn't watch that.
Well, so every season of American Horror Story is a different cast altogether.
Yeah.
Like it's like each season's its own show or horror movie in a way.
Yeah. Season 1 of Fargo and season 3 of Fargo. Apparently, I didn't get far enough into season 3. I stopped watching. I need to rewatch it. It wasn't like perfect. I think they take place kind of the same time, But season 2 of Fargo goes back in time and takes place in like the 60s or the 70s. And it's phenomenal. It is
Sure,
like
it's on Netflix and not Hulu.
what?
Fargo.
The movie? The
Both.
movie's on Netflix. I don't know if the show's on there or not. But I have the show.
Oh, you have it.
I have it. I have it in Blu-ray. Excuse me. It is
Oh, it popped up. Like that's crazy. We were just
on
talking-
Netflix?
Yes. Like,
Yeah,
that
I know
just
the movie.
opened.
That's why I was saying it. Like it just went to Netflix. It's one of the like top movies on Netflix right now. Is because it just went on like in the last 2 or 3 days.
Came out in 1996.
It's as old as I am. The movie's phenomenal. And also really weird. Who's in the movie? Who's the main dude in the
You
movie?
want me to read out the cast for you?
Yeah, read the cast real quick.
Francis
McDormand, yep.
William H. Macy.
Yep, that's
Steve
Willem Dafoe.
Buscemi.
Steve Buscemi.
Where's it at?
Wait,
Steve Buscemi, Harv Penn.
William H. Macy's the one that I'm thinking of.
Peter Storman, Crystal.
You're good. That's enough. William H.
So-
Macy's the one that I'm like.
So
I
Ewan
couldn't remember.
McGregor's not in this one.
No, he's not in that. He's in the show. He's in the 3rd season of the show,
Okay.
and he's incredible. He plays 2 characters. He plays twin brothers,
Really?
and they're very different looking, which is the crazy part.
Yeah, I don't think the Fargo the show's on here. I think it's on Hulu though,
Okay.
because I remember seeing something.
If you can watch it without me, watch it, because I don't want to watch all of it with you,
why?
because you suck at watching things. I'll be mad at you the whole time because you just you just text the whole time you watch shows.
Who's watching? Quentin, your boy CHC, or Big Cat? That's what they asked me when
I understand. Flint, are you
Flint.
back yet?
Man,
God damn it, this man takes shit so long.
it's all right, Flint. We'll just wait for you.
I mean, you say that.
No, we will.
I want to wind this one down at 10. Just so
Ah.
you know. What happened?
It started playing Unsolved Mysteries,
Oh, okay, don't do that.
and it's weird because I went to search.
Did you hear me though?
What?
I want to wind this down at 10.
Yeah.
Our time. Okay, just cool. I'll tell you after the podcast. Why?
Fargo is.
I want to watch this fucking trailer for Fat Man.
Fargo's on Hulu, but it looks like
The show.
yeah.
It's probably on like the. Is it like? Can you watch it for free?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well then, yeah, just watch it.
Started in 2014, right?
Mm-hmm.
A ruthless, manipulative man, Billy Bob
Ruthless.
Thornton.
Don't read anything. Don't read anything about it. Best to go into that show blind as hell.
Martin Freeman's in it.
Listen to me. Do not read anything.
No, I just saw.
You don't
I
understand.
I saw the.
I understand,
thumbnail.
but you just don't get it.
I just saw the.
I understand. I
thumbnail.
understand. It's one of those shows where like going in totally blind is the best way. It's not even close. It's so good.
Okay.
You gotta watch it. Flint's pissing me off. We might have to watch this trailer without Flint.
Okay. When he comes back, we'll watch it again.
Okay. No, we're not doing that. Wait, actually, I know what we can say. What's the most American thing you've ever seen?
Oh, okay.
From the notes. Creighton has in our notes the most American thing I've ever seen.
So, the other day I was in Monroe, and I was riding down the road, right? And I look over, and there's an industrial complex right across the street from a cow pasture. And in the backyard of this cow pasture is like a public access baseball field. And it was the most American thing I had seen because of the lineup and how I saw it.
Say it. Wait, in order. Say it again.
I was riding down the road.
Running
and
down
I
the
looked
road.
to my left. On the left side of the road, there's an industrial complex.
Industrial
like a
complex.
big ass factory.
Yes. Factory.
Across the street is this wide open cow pasture ranch that was somebody's homestead. Like that was the name. It
Yeah.
was like Williams Homestead. In the on the other side of this property, there's a public access baseball field that you can clearly see like from across the field from it. And I was like, that's the most American thing I've ever seen. And like the most American.
We have weird definitions of what is American.
No, I mean this objectively speaking, that was the most American thing I've seen. Plus the order. I was like, okay.
I don't know if objectively you can say that.
Yeah.
There are lots of things that are American that are all in the same
The
place.
only thing that was missing was an apple pie and a big ass American flag. What?
Evie was like barking in her sleep very quietly.
Aw.
I could hear her.
She's dreaming about Flint.
She's dreaming about Flint, Michigan, and the water polluting all the people. Do you think we should forgive Mel Gibson?
What did he do again?
He said he got really drunk and said some disparaging things about the Jewish community.
What did he say?
I don't know. I can't remember.
I can't tell
But
you.
I know
because
he's
you forget
like
them.
done it more than once.
He's done it more than once.
Like not
Okay,
like
well
1,000
then-
times, but like a couple of times.
Well then, no.
No, you don't think you should forgive him?
No, fuck that.
When do we forgive people? Do we just never forgive?
I
Is
don't
forgiveness like no longer a thing
So,
we should teach
I don't,
people?
I don't.
Because with cancel culture,
don't go down this road just yet. Because I wasn't about to say we shouldn't forgive him altogether.
mm-hmm,
When's the last time he said?
I
this
have
thing?
no idea. Years.
Um,
And he said the N-word. He did say the N-word.
and he said the end.
Yeah.
Welcome back, Flint.
We can watch the trailer soon. Let's watch the trailer first.
gotta
Let's watch the
see-
trailer
I
because he's
gotta
in
th-
it.
I
Let's
gotta
watch the
s-
trailer,
I
then have this
gotta see-
conversation.
I got to see what he said to know.
Okay.
you
Well,
know
let's
what I
watch the trailer, and then we'll discuss this some more. Flint, we waited for you because we wanted to watch this trailer. It's called Fat Man. It's about Santa Claus. That's all I'm gonna say. Here we go.
I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I've lost my influence. Maybe it's time I retired the coat.
You still have it.
Some kids with a deer rifle put 2 holes in the sleigh, one in me. All I have is a loathing for a world that's forgotten.
The United States military would like to procure your services.
This is a one-time deal, gentlemen. How are you, Mike? Nicole and the kids are well, I hope.
Where are you?
You just lost a big son, Batman!
What's the job?
I'd like you to kill Santa Claus.
I'm looking for the fat man. You can't be serious.
This is what people actually think of me. Christmas is a farce. I am a joke.
What's the purpose of your visit?
Hunting. I'm gonna kill some things.
There is a rising number of our youth making poor decisions.
What the big man's head?
Severed heads rot, they mold.
They don't want his beard.
I'm not shaving off a dead man's beard.
Your workers sure have healthy appetites.
That's why elves live much longer than humans.
And Chris, he does the same?
No, it's a giving that keeps him young.
I've come for your head, fat man!
Dashing through the snow. No one
Bro.
horse open sleigh.
You think you're the first?
All the fields we go.
Think I got this job because I'm fat and jolly?
Nothing all the way. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in one horse open sleigh.
How come while you sleep? The fat man's got his eye on you, kid.
Hey, whoa!
Oh, that's Donner. Lucky it wasn't Blitzer should tear your package clean off.
Bro.
Is it
That not-
real? Is that a real movie?
Yeah, it's a real movie. What? You think they'd
It-
make a fake trailer with
I
those
don't know.
actors?
It kind of looks like.
You
it
think that
kinda
they get
remind me-
Walton Goggins and fucking Mel Gibson to make a fake trailer? Are you
I don't
are
know.
you
It kind
crazy?
of remind me of an SNL short a little bit.
Yo, low key, yeah, but no, it's a real movie. That's on movie clips, trailers, and everything. I cannot, bro. I cannot wait.
It looks great.
It looks amazing. And again, I've seen Mel Gibson in so many good movies. Like, it's ridiculous how many movies he's in that he's a good, not just a good actor, but like he writes and directs these great movies. I think we're dealing with a guy who was raised in a crazy time, who was allowed to say some crazy words in his time around some people he probably shouldn't have said them. And I think that as a culture, we are a little too quick to not let people slide on some shit. Have you seen The Beaver with Mel Gibson? Yes, great movie. Great. Have you seen that? The Beaver?
No.
It's him and Jodie Foster. She plays his wife, and he plays a depressed man who, to cope with depression, starts having a beaver puppet. And the beaver puppet has like its own name, like voice, that like is Mel Gibson doing like an English accent, and like he talks through the beaver, and talks to like his kids, and like his wife, and really the beaver is like his subconscious, like keeping him down and keeping him like pushed away, and he I don't want to say more than that. It's a great movie, and you should watch it. It's phenomenal, and he's in it. It's him and Jodie
sounds
Foster.
amazing.
It's fantastic.
Speaking of Jodie Foster, I just watched Silence of the Lambs.
Really?
Last
How'd
night.
you like it?
No, I didn't watch it for the first time. I just mean like I
Oh.
watched it.
Well, how do you
again.
like that movie?
I love it.
It's a great movie.
The Silence of the Lambs house just went on the market though.
Really?
Yes, again for
How
like the first
much?
time in 2 years.
How much money?
Hold on, let me give you
$12? I have $12. I can spend $12 on the Silence of the Lambs house.
It's not like a lot. It's like hold on, because they were talking about on Woody and Wilcox.
Creighton, The Beaver is on Hulu. There you go. Watch The Beaver. Who was the son in that movie? I know that Jennifer Lawrence was like the
Oh, you're talking
the
about
girl.
the Beaver.
The ending is
I thought you were
crazy.
talking
Yes, it
about
is.
Silence of the Lambs.
No, The Beaver. The Beaver.
Okay, so Buffalo Bill's Silence of the Lambs house is for sale for $298,000.
Really?
Yeah, $298,500.
That's it?
Yep.
Bitch.
And it's the 2-story one. So
Son,
the one
we
that
could
they
buy the Silence of the. We should live in the Silence of the Lambs house and do a podcast out of it.
it looks like really cool actually, like as a house, because it's got one of those wraparound porches and it's a Victorian. It's a Victorian house. Hey, do you remember that house, the Buffalo Bill house?
Yeah, it's been a while. I haven't seen that movie in so long.
It kind of looks like the house almost from Monster House.
The fact that he won the Oscar for like he's only on screen for like 9 minutes
Who
or
is it?
something.
Buffalo Bill or
God damn it!
Sir something.
I'm gonna lose my mind.
You want me to pull up the cast?
Yes.
Okay.
What's his name? I'm so mad. I always know his name.
He was in Transformers 5.
Yep. He's in a lot of other shit. That's the worst example you could use. God, he's in Red 2. He's in
Red too.
Yeah, he's the bad guy. He's the old
Anthony
man.
Hopkins.
Anthony
Sir-
Hopkins.
Sir-
God.
Sir Anthony.
God
Hopkins.
damn it. Anyway, he won the Oscar for best
the
either
guy-
best lead or best supporting actor, and he was only in the movie for like 9 minutes or
The-
10 minutes or something of on-screen time.
The guy who plays Jack Crawford's still alive.
I just can't believe that Anthony Hopkins won the Oscar. He was amazing. Don't get me wrong,
Mhm.
but like, who was he up? Hold on, when did he? Now I have to do
It
some
was
sleuthing.
that movie came out in 91.
91, so it would have been the 92 Oscars. 1992. So, it would have been. Oh wait, so it must have been best lead actor. Best actor nominees. So Anthony Hopkins, Silence of the Lambs. He went up against Robert De Niro for Cape Fear, Robin Williams for The Fisher King, Warren Beatty for Bugsy, and Nick Nolte for The Prince of Tides. I've not seen any of those movies, so I can't really claim it. But I know that Robin Williams in The Fisher King is like incredible, from what I've heard. Like Anthony Hopkins is on screen for 10 minutes. Like, I can't believe they
It
even.
feels like longer than that.
I feel
though.
like you should have, or like it's not. It's like 15 or something. It's like not a lot of time for
No,
the
I
film.
know. I mean, I know. It's just.
But what I mean is, like, for a character to be nominated, I feel like they should have a sufficient amount of screen time.
Well, the movie itself is only like. It's not. It doesn't feel very long. You know what I mean? It's probably like. If I had to guess, maybe an
Look it
hour,
up, look
an
up the
hour and a
runtime.
half at the most.
I mean, an hour and a half is a normal film. That's a normal. 90 minutes is like a majority of films.
Let me.
It's
pull it
hovering
up.
around that.
Let me pull it up.
Just look up runtime. Silence of the Lambs runtime.
Well, I mean, it's on Netflix, so I can just go to the runtime on Netflix.
Oh my God, Creighton.
Hold on, I'm almost there. Don't worry about it. Silence of the Lambs.
2 hours and 18 minutes.
And he's in. Are you sure? How long is he in there for?
Not long. Look up the screen time. Hold on. There we go. How long is he on screen? He's on screen for 16 minutes of the 2 hour and 12 minute Silence of the Lambs.
Really?
Yep. 2 hour and 18 minutes, sorry. So for more than 2 hours, he is not on screen of the 2 hour and 18 minutes. That's a little bananas. It's crazy. He not only got nominated, he won Best Lead. Best Lead Actor. Creighton, he won Best Lead Actor. What? What I say to you, Twitch stream? What I say to you, Flint? What I say to you, YouTube?
Did you ever watch Red Dragon?
No.
What about Hannibal?
Creighton, he was on screen for 16 minutes and won Best Lead Actor of a 2-hour and 20-minute movie. What? Creighton, look at me.
Well, there's other actors that are like that, though.
I mean, sure, rigged. I say rigged, but I mean, I just don't. There's not a lot of.
Well, what had he done before that? Because remember,
I mean,
it's
a
all
lot
the
of shit.
politics
He's Anthony,
things.
I guess, but still, like what? He's done a lot of movies. I'm just devastated. It was bananas to me. It's bananas. It's bananas that man was on screen for 16 minutes.
I mean, you
and
say
won
that.
an Academy Award.
You say
For
that.
Best Lead Actor, he should have been Best Supporting. Sandy, I don't understand. It doesn't make sense. It's salmon. Clearly salmon. I don't know. I don't understand. Sometimes I'm baffled. I'm baffled. Sometimes I'm just baffled by things that can happen. It's bananas. B-A-N-A-N-A-S. I don't know. Anyway. The fat man, Mel Gibson. I think we should forgive him. I like Mel Gibson. I think he's a cool person. My uncle said he was a nice guy when he met him. It just seems like one of those things where, like, I feel like the world and the culture has talked a little shit. They've talked a little too much shit. What's so baffling to you? You look baffled.
I was trying to look up who the bad guy from Wreck-It Ralph is. Do you know what comes up when you punch that into Google?
What?
Bowser.
Does it really? Show me what you Googled. Show me your
I
laptop.
said,
Don't even say words. Just show me. Show me. Who is the bad guy from Wreck-It Ralph? It says Bowser as the number one. Hold on. Let me Google it.
Maybe my Google's just broken. And that's what's wrong with me. But that's not right. I've seen the movie.
Oh my God.
Is that what came up for you too?
Who is the bad guy from Wreck-It Ralph? Those are the words. Bowser. Bowser from Super Mario Bros. Wreck-It Ralph. New member from Fix-It Felix Jr. What?
Doesn't even
Google? That phrase doesn't even make sense. I am having a terrible time. I wish there were more people here to talk shit with us. I don't understand. What is Google okay? Is this why we're supposed to be? That's the Disney Wiki fandom. Wait a second.
That can't be correct.
It's not. King Candy is Alan Tudyk.
Okay, but who is
But
he?
but why it should be the other name?
They're really trying not to spoil this. Isn't
Right? They're trying so hard. Hold on. Alan Tudyk plays King Candy. Yes, of course you do. But who plays the other? Is it a different voice for bad guy?
No, it's the same voice.
That's what I'm saying. Hold on. Are we dumb? Does it just not show his name in the thing? I kind of love that.
I kind of love that, but I also hate it because I'm like, I want to know his name.
I guess.
Maybe both we word it like this: who is the evil racer?
Yeah. Untitled Star Wars Cassian Andor series character.
Turbo.
Uh,
His name's Turbo.
Turbo. Bowsette. Shut up. Turbo something. Turbo.
Turbo-tastic or whatever.
Yeah, but his name isn't just Turbo.
I think it is just Turbo.
You're not going Turbo, are you?
Yeah.
But no, it's not. It's not just that. It's something else. I'm gonna lose my mind. We're gonna go ahead and wrap though. We're gonna go ahead and wrap a little bit earlier than I said, only because I need to talk to Creighton about something. And
Turbo looks frightening. By
he's
the way.
so scary. That movie is so good.
Like when it glitches.
Did
to
you
his
watch the
face.
second one?
I did.
Is it good?
It's not.
It's not the
It's
first
not
one.
the
huh?
same as the
It's
first
not.
one, but it's not bad either. It's just.
Is it worth watching?
It's worth watching. I feel like because it's definitely.
I guess I have to watch it.
It's like, it does that thing that a lot of Disney movies do, where like you go into the second one thinking there's gonna be a new bad guy, but there's not really a bad guy. It's just like
The situation.
yeah, it's a bad situation.
The implication.
Yeah, that's the implication.
Okay, well, I was literally about to start watching that show, and then I started watching The West Wing, and now I'm gonna have to watch
What show?
It's Always Sunny.
Oh yeah.
And now I'm gonna have to watch The West Wing first, and The West Wing has a lot. It has a lot of episodes.
So does It's Always Sunny.
Well, I know, but those are probably a little easier to consume because The West Wing's hour-long episodes, and it's like 26 episodes a season, and it's 7 seasons.
Let me know whenever you start watching It's Always Sunny, because like I'll just come over and chill. Like it could be any episode, and I'll automatically be like, that's great.
Nah, you'll no, I don't know.
I'll distract you.
Yeah,
How will I distract you?
you just do. I can't watch things with you.
Let me know when you get to the pandemic episode, and we'll watch it together from there.
Okay. Well, goodbye, Creighton.
Because Frank will want to be pure.
We will be back on Monday.
We will be back
for
on
our hopefully regularly scheduled program. Creighton.
We might.
By the way, we didn't address last night. Creighton was carving pumpkins till 3 a.m.
Yes.
And just never responded.
I did want to come and stream Firewatch after I got done because I couldn't go to sleep, and then Charlie was asleep.
Anyway, we'll see you guys later. We love you.
Turbo-tastic.
Good night.